Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 43 for the day of February 16th, 2014, and we're going to talk about Filli Vanilli. I'm Nemesis, and joining me once again is Alca7raz.
Hello.
And once again, of course, should be our second week on Ponyville FM, so if you're listening there, hi. If you're listening to the other ways we've always had, hello to you as well. But, yeah, excited about that. I mean, we premiered and...
Yay.
So go listen to Ponyville FM. You know, they just upgraded the service too. So woohoo!
Yeah.
So but of course, there's also a lot of news to talk about this week. Some of it may not be met with enthusiasm, shall we say?
Yeah, it's putting it slightly.
So yeah, let's get started. Start us off. Galacon has announced that Nicole Oliver, the voice of Princess Celestia and Charlie, will be attending. That's over in Europe, so yeah, that's kind of a big thing for
Galacon's one of the big European ones.
Yeah, but the European cons usually don't get the big voice actors because that's kind of
quite a ways for them to drive.
Drive?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to
just drive over the ocean. Yes. Yeah, it's quite a long ways to make a trip, so it's cool for them.
Other con news and oddly enough, not very much this week. But anyway, Edmonton Brony Expo has announced that Andrea Libman, the voice of Pinky and Fluttershy, and Michael Dangerfield, the voice of Brayburn, will be attending their convention. Which, surprise, is in Edmonton.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah, that's all the con news this week. So, yeah, surprising light on that. Synopsis for It Ain't Easy Being Breezies has finally shown up, and it's as follows. Fluttershy takes action to rescue a group of magical breezies who are in need of some assistance while migrating home, but she begins to wonder how long she can help them when she finds herself answering to their tiny creatures' every whim. And, yeah, we've kind of predicted this, but this is pretty much now a case. This is going to be her key episode.
They're going to be jerks, and she's going to not want to be kind, and then she's going to remember that she has to be, and all that sort of stuff.
Yep. And more synopses. Episode 17 has a title, and it's called Some Pony to Watch Over Me. Apparently, the description says, Apple Bloom has to prove to Applejack that she doesn't need her to constantly watch over her. So
Which is interesting.
I am a big pony thing.
I am a big pony.
And the final bit of episode news, episode 18, Maud Pie, also has a synopsis, which is, when Pinkie Pie's sister comes to town, the girls find her much different than Pinkie described.
Isn't this the sister that randomly showed up?
This appears to be, because the other two are like, what, Limestone and...
Inky and Blinky.
Yeah,
we could call them, but then also there was a picture
whatever.
with this Olsen. Whoa, wait, there's a third that we've never seen before, and then Olsen. Whoa, now she has an episode.
Mentioned once, but yeah,
yes.
Looks like so. Yeah, Pinkie's family's popping up, but not the ones we all thought, unless they also appear.
Yeah,
don't know yet. But yeah, so that's all the episode stuff. Now for the really big stuff. Well, not quite, but soon.
Getting there.
New version of Equestria Girls has shown up at Walmart called the Sunset Shimmer Edition, which includes the IDW comic from the annual 2013, a printable poster, more karaoke songs, and, well, more stuff in general. If you're still thinking of picking up the movie and haven't yet, could be the version you might be looking for. I mean, the extras. I'm not sure if there's a Blu-ray version or not, but there's at least a DVD version. So, yeah, if you're still kind of on the fence. And the comic was pretty good, too, so it helps flesh out the movie a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
So there's that. Now, I was jumping ahead, but now is the big news of the week. First off, Equestria Girls 2 has been officially confirmed. Yep. It's called Rainbow Rocks, and it also got a trailer. The movie is scheduled for a fall 2014 release, which is quite a bit later than I thought it would be.
Yeah, but it's still coming up really quick.
Which kind of, we got the book, which is supposed to have an April release date, so it's like, is that still going to come out? And is it actually a novelization of the movie? Because if it is, that means the movie story is going to be out several months in advance.
Yeah, so that is a little odd.
And
you don't see the novelizations till after the airing.
Or somewhere. Well, I've seen novelizations come out like a couple weeks before the movie.
Yeah, but not this far ahead.
Not months.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a lead-in of some sort, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense. Or it's going to be pushed back to be closer to the movie's actual release.
It's possible. But we shall see.
Another question, of course, we have. I think I saw somewhere. I can't find it again, but somewhere someone said that supposedly this movie's getting a theatrical release, but I can't find that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, the first one was successful.
The first one was huge, so
the question then is it a wide theatrical release or it's another limited?
Yeah.
So, And of course, speaking of the new Equestria Girls movie, Daniel Ingram has confirmed that there will be 12 songs in the movie.
Holy crap.
Which
that's
is
a lot of songs.
Yeah, which is also not surprising considering it's going to be about them being in a rock band.
It's going to be a musical.
Yeah, going to be pretty much a musical, although it looks like possibly mostly glam rock pop.
Yeah, that
rock.
looks like the style they're going for, which some people will say is unfortunate, some people won't. It's a style thing.
I mean,
if you like glam rock, there you go.
And then Hasbro had a presentation at the New York City Toy Fair, which includes details about My Little Pony and Equestria Girls, plus a Q&A. They revealed that the plan for the current generation will be to last another 5 years.
That's
the ride's not even half over.
Yeah, 5 more years of at least
toys.
The toys. It says nothing about the show itself.
Yeah, like I've said this. I said this to Alcatraz earlier, but like Transformers, like the Transformers Prime series ended last year, but the toys are still being released and still sitting on toy shelves and whatnot. So that's because the show could still end and they'll still be selling toys for it, but
yeah,
you never know. I mean, we're pretty sure at this point we know we're getting a season 5. That's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, they already pretty much confirmed.
Yeah,
it's
season
5. So that's.
But then the question, of course, are we going to get like a 6, 7, 8?
Yeah, that's the question. Are they going to push the show out that long? And then that leads into the inevitable, should they push the show out
And of course, there's
long?
also this generation remember, this generation also does include Equestria Girls, so does this mean maybe Equestria Girls TV show in the future? Because that was the rumor for a while, and then it kind of disappeared, and now we just got movies instead.
Yeah. They could be continuing it through spin-offs, Equestria Girls, or maybe something else.
Who knows? But yeah.
But hey, at least another 5 years of at least the merchandise.
Yeah, G4 stuff. So
yeah,
they're also going to bank on us still trying to possibly buy a few things from the good old days when the show was still on the air. And
yeah, because we definitely will.
Some of us will. Some of us will be like, I'm done.
Those of us who haven't finished their collections.
Yeah. So, and finally, again, New York Toy Fair stuff. Lots of pictures and videos of merchandise have shown up, courtesy of Stitch Kingdom and Zoolert, which include Rainbow Power and Rainbow Rocks, and Breezy's, and a castle playset. And by the way, spoilers like crazy. That basically Hasbro didn't care if they spoiled the rest of the season because they pretty much just dumped a ton of information on us that kind of tells us what's going to happen by the end. Rather unfortunate that they did it that way, but they're a toy company first. They're not going to really care because most part little girls aren't paying attention to Toy Fair news.
Yeah.
But we are, so so if you don't want to hear the spoilers, skip ahead.
Yep.
Probably a couple minutes, but yeah, so Castle, they also show the playset, but also in the background they even confirmed it's just like from the animated show, they said.
Yes.
And it's pretty obvious. The castle with like the Tree of Harmony is kind of intertwined with it.
Yeah, it looked like it was all one big thing.
So there's going to be a castle, and it's likely going to be Twilight's castle.
Yeah.
They've also shown...
I've heard rumors of, the Rainbow Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm hearing this term. I've heard the term Rainbow Kingdom
Rainbow Kingdom, and there's a tie-in with the castle.
Which
and
probably,
such
again,
like
Rainbow
that.
Power.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe the other 5 are going to be like her court, part of her court.
Yeah.
Power.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I've been hearing also stuff like rumblings of big changes, which we've already got some, but now even further, like it's going to actually affect the other 5 now. Yeah, Twilight's like princesshood and is going to actually affect the other 5.
Yep, that's what it looks like. I mean, if she's getting her own castle and kingdom to rule, that's a major. I mean, just making her a princess and giving her wings, we haven't seen a huge change. There has been a little bit, but put her in a ruling in a kingdom.
Well, we did. Megan McCarthy did also confirm she was going to do princessy things this season.
Yes, they also said she wasn't going to change it all. So
they said personality wasn't going to change. Just because you got power doesn't mean your personality is going to suddenly go off of the edge. People keep getting those true kings. It's like, oh, but they said you weren't going to change. But her personality hasn't changed at all. She's still kind of a dork.
A little bit. There is a little bit difference.
Well, every character is going to go through growth.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to be boring and static. If you really don't want the characters to change, just keep watching the first episode over and over again.
Yeah.
There's also some of the toys had breezies.
Yes, that was one.
It kind of to show the designs basically. Surprise, they're little tiny ponies with like little butterfly wing
and
things
big antennas.
And antennas, so they're like the old breezies.
It's interesting. With those particular ones, the breezies fit in little lockets.
Yeah, the little lockets.
And they were opened by friendship keys.
Yeah, the friendship keys.
That was another thing. The friendship keys were also used all over the castle playset to open various items. Mm-hmm. So they showed the keys. I believe that's going to be a direct tie-in.
A toy version of the keys may not necessarily be.
Yeah, because we know that the toys haven't always been show accurate. they like reusing their molds. So, but we have at least a base idea of what they might look like.
Breezies and the keys. They confirmed the whole key thing, the breezies.
I'm wondering if there's any connection between... I mean, if they're including the toys with friendship keys like that, I wonder if there's any connection in the show between the breezies and the keys.
Well,
I don't know. We have nothing to go
far. It's just Fluttershy and the breezies is going to cause her to get her key, but...
Yeah, but we don't see if there's any direct ones. Just because they're packaged together on a toy doesn't mean they're actually connected.
Yeah, remember Applejack's truck. Always remember that.
Yes, always remember that truck.
Always remember the
cardboard
truck,
never showed
up. Stalker with a crush. I mean, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the news. Yeah, spoilers are over now, so you can listen freely. Yeah, that's all the news of the week. So, big things.
Yes, big things.
And possibly more we haven't even seen yet just because no one's reported on it yet.
Yep.
But the main discussion, of course, is, new episode is called Filli Vanilli. And it's quite simply, if you know what that's referencing, you probably have a good idea of what this episode's about.
Yep.
Well, Fluttershy starts off Fluttershy singing to her animals and stuff while she's like feeding them, taking care of them, and then her friend's here, and then she freaks out because she doesn't like singing in front of other ponies because, surprise, she's shy.
Yes.
And your stage fright, all that stuff. So she doesn't like it. But later on, and there's the Pony Tones. Apparently, this group from local group from Ponyville, which like sings like barbershop quartet style thing. All those doesn't really feel like barbershop quartet. But anyway, it's a quartet a cappella group. And it's got Rarity, Big Mac, and two other ponies. I don't think even they're named.
They are named. I think
they're named in the credits,
Megan tweeted them both. Tweeted both their names.
I think they're also in the credits too. But
yes,
anyway,
they are.
Yeah. Anyway, two of them the name. The blue one and another girl who's like kind of looked like Cherry Jubilee. Yeah, she looked kind of like her,
but it wasn't.
But it wasn't her. Anyway, what happens is Big Mac loses his voice because of a turkey
call contest.
Yeah, and so they need a replacement, and then they remember. They need to try to fix it, so they go to the score trying to get his voice back, and would take too long. So then remember the poison joke? Yeah, Flutter Guy.
And they actually called it Flutter Guy.
Yeah,
they actually used the term.
Spike called it Flutter Guy way back when. But so and at first she's freaked out because she didn't want to sing, but then they come up with the idea of let's have her sing behind the stage with Big Mac just lip syncing, and it works. But then it's worked so well that other ponies keep wanting them to perform, and then Fluttershy being so kind just keeps performing for them, and she also kind of wants to perform, but she doesn't want to be in front of everyone yet. And eventually, this keeps going on, and then eventually she gets kind of so into it that Big Mac can't really keep up anymore, and then she accidentally reveals, "Oops, I've been singing the whole time."
Oops.
And then freaks out and runs.
Yes.
And her friends try to help her, and eventually it's just she kind of gets over it.
Yeah.
And although she kind of joins them for a bit, she's still not ready to totally perform in front of a whole bunch of ponies. So,
yep,
that's it. In the general, but so I guess Alcatraz. What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. Again, music. We had one song that just kept doing over and over again. Little bits here, but it wasn't my favorite. It was definitely enjoyable, definitely good. But I thought there was a couple inconsistencies, really. We have already seen Fluttershy doing things in front of a whole bunch of people on stage. I mean, you should go look back at the Hearthswarming Eve. She did sing at the very end. She was singing the friendship chant right up on stage, right in front of everyone.
Everyone was singing though. I don't know.
Well, even same with she was part of the
quartet.
mean,
everyone, including the audience.
Even then, and she didn't have any issues with that. And then here, that's a minor one. But
also, you're also not doing your own standout part.
This is true.
You're singing the same. You can kind of, even then, she probably could have just easily just pretended to sing.
Yeah, but I mean, she's sung before.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we already know. It's and then like right in the beginning when they all hear her sing, it's like, oh, you've sung with her before. You didn't notice? She had a really good voice. What?
Unless those songs, as some people posit, those songs actually aren't reality.
I guess.
The songs we keep hearing most of the time aren't actually reality. It's just kind of a stylization of what really happened.
Okay, we'll go with that. But then comes the part, they all start wondering why she doesn't want to sing in front of people. It's like,
she's shy.
You already know she's incredibly shy. This is a known fact. Did you forget that?
They accept it pretty quickly. They're not. It's like they don't keep pushing her.
Rarity does it first.
Well, that's what she does.
Rarity, yes.
Rarity eventually.
In the beginning, Rarity was very. I was not happy with that. She got kind of manipulative.
And of course, Pinky.
And then we have Pinky. I know.
Pinky
lost her filters on that one.
She just kept freaking Fluttershy out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a good thing, Pinky.
Bad Pinky. And of course, what I did like was her friends did, in fact, all get very mad at Pinky for doing that. They didn't let it slide. They didn't just roll their eyes. They were just glaring at her like,
or
seriously?
When Rarity smacked her with the paper.
No.
Bad pony.
Definitely.
Yes. But other than that, there wasn't a huge amount of meat to it. It was just kind of a fun little episode.
Mm-hmm. I was actually, initially, when I saw, it was like, oh, it's Fluttershy dealing with stage fright. Oh, boy, it's going to be a retread of Dragon Shy and Hurricane Fluttershy. This is like, that's all they can seem to do is, oh no, Fluttershy's scared. Now she gets over her fears. Yay, everyone's happy. But it kind of still went in the same direction, but it kind of didn't feel as much of a retread as I was worried because it focused more on, oh, hey, singing.
Yes, singing.
So, but, I was worried at first. It kind of went there, but didn't go get as bad as I thought it would be. So it was still a pretty good episode. It's still, I think, again, another one of the weaker episodes of the season, but still really fun. Again, I think it's might be more my bias against kind of, I think Fluttershy is a bit of more of a boring character. I said that last week, I believe.
I think you did too.
Yeah, so I'm not really too into Fluttershy-centric episodes in the first place, so there's that. But it was still really fun, especially just, Return of Flutter Guy when they kind of teased that. Initially, I was like, oh my god, really?
Yeah, that was cool. And also, Return of Zecora. We saw Zecora again. So it was nice to see her in another speaking role.
Yeah. So. Ryman as usual.
Yep, Ryman as always. One of these days we'll get her.
And we even got a flashback to, hey, look, there's, that episode.
Yeah.
The
Bridal Gossip.
Yeah,
when Zecora first showed up, and they're all, that's the poison joke.
Way back in season 1. So yeah, just flashback.
Yay,
and Flutter Guy showing up, and it's again, it's like we have a Flutter Guy being played by two different people, the singing version and the speaking version.
Yes, that's a little interesting, but okay.
It happens all
the
time in the show.
So, it's like why Tara and
Tabitha
don't sing. Well, they have their singing
and
voice actors.
Pinky, or Andrea has a different one for Pinky as well, because
it's sometimes it just works better, sometimes it's logistics.
Rebecca Switchet
Yeah.
Is Tara or Twilight, and Shannon Chan Kent is Pinky. Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah,
for singing. Yeah, something. Yes, and then yes, but Andrea does Fluttershy sing voice, not this time because except for the beginning, because there's two songs. Yes. Well, two basic songs.
Yeah, they had her opening
with the
with the animals. They had that song, and then they had the quartet song.
Yeah, which
they changed a little bit at the end.
Kept changing as time went on. Fluttershy got more and more into it and just kept singing.
I think she started improvising some parts, and that didn't
Big Mac went
like, oh crap! Just say watermelon. That's the key. Just mouth the words watermelon. No one will tell the difference. There were a couple scenes.
Yes.
Like the booty shaking scene in the window.
Booty shake.
Yep. And I can tell the Fluttermax shippers are going to latch onto that.
Yeah, well, and of course the Chairmax shippers are going to latch on to Charlie fainting in the audience.
Right in the vein, yes.
There was that Pony Motes guy.
Yeah,
there was. That was me.
Yeah. Give me a minute. Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was again, shippers latching on to everything. But yeah, I still think Fluttermax pretty much dead, but
I'm neutral toward it.
But there was one scene I really loved was Applejack tells Big Mac to explain himself, and she does all the explaining. He just yep. That was great. It's like play off the craziness with the character. Well, not craziness, but just his not speaking too much.
Yeah. Overall fun, but one of the weaker episodes because it was just kind of. There wasn't any real meat to it.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Most of it we've seen before because it's the same.
Episode.
But yeah, it's a fun little thing, but doesn't really have a huge
pretty
standing.
lightweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Pinky. I know some people were just like, "Wow, Pinky, what the heck?"
Yeah, that was a bit unusual for her. I don't think we've ever seen her quite that.
Well, she's seen her that insane, but not.
We've seen her, but not quite
Fluttershy
that.
before.
Yeah, I mean,
which people got upset about, but it's like we've seen her not really respect Fluttershy's boundaries, like startling her twice in the last roundup. Like Fluttershy says she doesn't like being startled, and what she immediately startles her.
Yeah, but I don't think even then it was quite this.
Yeah.
Pointed.
I think it's just Fluttershy, or not Fluttershy. Pinky gets kind of in her own little world and kind of just keeps going, not realizing.
I don't think she gets in her own little world. She stays in her own little world.
I mean, she gets extra deep into her little world.
Yeah,
and she just kind of forgets the other ponies, personal space and fears. And hey, stop talking now.
Yeah, which is a little weird if we reference back to one of the earlier episodes when Pinky and Dash were doing pranks, and Pinky actually stopped Dash from pranking Fluttershy because she can't take it.
I think
it was like. Then why are you doing all this?
It's not a prank, though.
I know,
I think
but
that's how Pinky's mind works. It's not a prank, therefore it's fine.
Yeah, a little disconnect in that logic.
Yeah, well, Pinky kind of is disconnected
Pinky,
in logic.
So, yes.
I think that's the thing is I think people were kind of talking about comparing season 1 Pinky again. So one, character growth. 2, I think they admitted Pinky was very much more restrained in season 1. They let her let her go get unleashed later on because like okay, we can get away with it. Let's go for it. But I think with season 1, they kind of kept her, held her back a little bit just to make sure. But then it's like, oh, people really love Pinky. Let's open it up. That's really, okay, you just opened Pandora's box.
Oh, boy.
Now you've done it.
Oh, boy.
So there's that. There was that weird little Pegasus.
Yeah.
Filly. Her voice was very obviously, I'm just pitched someone else's voice up.
Yeah, the little Pegasus.
I think it was Tabitha who played her.
I can't recall.
I think that's what's in the credits.
Yeah. And then the Filly's dad was just named Pegasus' dad. They didn't actually give him a real name. That was interesting. Hope Scootaloo didn't see her fly. Little Philly was like half Scootaloo's age.
Headcanon, that little girl's actually a breezy.
Oh,
She's
no.
really tiny.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
didn't have any antenna. Those are being hidden.
They're hidden under the hair.
Yes.
It's a wig.
It's a wig. I don't know.
But yeah, it's just a little tiny girl with a very obviously pitched voice. But it was still funny.
Yeah, it was funny and kind of cute.
Yeah. Although it's like, yeah, don't overstay your welcome, which you didn't.
Fortunately, it was just a quick.
Going over like, shut up.
It was a quick little excuse to have another event for the Ponytones to show up for a quinceañera, which is awfully young to get to get that.
It's just the quinceañera is when you get your cutie mark. So.
Yes.
One of the things, some kids get the cutie mark earlier than others.
Yes. That'll be funny.
Puberty. We all know this.
Yes. It'd be kind of funny, though. Diamond Tiara and such all making fun of the CMCs for, oh, we got yours before you did. And you have this little one. You got him way before.
Well, she might just also be small for her age.
True.
We don't know.
Like featherweight?
Yeah, exactly. Just really. Anyway. But it's really good. Animation. I can't think of anything to stand out, but I can't think of anything to go against it.
In the beginning song, we saw more season 4 lighting effect, which is nice and soft. And then Fluttershy's freak out scene.
Oh, the spotlight thing.
The spotlights
that was
with
actually
eyes.
Really well done.
That was kind of creepy, and then the whiteout effect that they did, like an explosion. I saw on Tumblr,
it was like, man, Evangelion sure is weird.
Yeah. But
yeah, I was like, that looks very anime-esque.
Yeah. But that's another thing. Fluttershy has this thing with eyes and her freak out scenes.
She doesn't like being looked at.
Yeah, so twice now she's been, surrounded by that wall of eyes.
No,
it's kind of creepy.
Blank eyes were just lights.
Yes.
So
really creepy.
Stop it. And it was also in black and white, which was, or just I guess grayscale, monotone, whatever.
Yeah, it was grayscale. Yeah.
Really nice.
She's got some pretty serious stage fright.
Very serious, obviously.
I thought I was bad.
The whole chasing after scene, and everyone's getting all tired out, and knock it off. It's just like she just cannot take that compliment. No.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was a fun episode. It was still pretty fun. Just very threadbare, but
yes,
fun. nonetheless, still, if I'm, it's one of those weird episodes in that if it was like in season 2, it'd be probably one of the best of the season. But season 4, everything else is just such a high standard. The bar's
been set so
Although
high.
I do know some people really think this is their favorite now. So, again, your mileage may vary depending on what your favorite pony is and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's it for this episode. But we do have one other discussion point, which is the issue 16 came out a while ago, but of course,
timing
PS decided to be
yeah.
weird about it and not ship it for a week or something. I don't know. It just took a week to get here, and but anyway, can talk about it finally. Issue 16. It's the conclusion to the bookworm arc.
Yep.
And yeah, so basically, hey, let's see, Pinky, Twilight, Rarity, and Dash were stuck in the book.
Yeah, stuck in the empty.
The empty void of the book,
yep.
And. Oh, hey, then they figure out, let's just use our imagination and make our own story. Hey, it worked. And then the bookworm came back, and meanwhile, things are getting crazy in Ponyville because of all the characters that came out of the books. And hey, one of them was like an evil queen who just had to just take over.
Yeah, it was like looked like Beauty and the Sleeping
Maleficent.
Beauty. Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be based on Maleficent.
Yes.
There's also, again, Loki. I noticed almost all of them, like almost everything that came out was like evil. Isn't that
almost. Weird? Daring Do wasn't.
But Daring Do wasn't.
Everything else was. Yeah, well, that's a weird one. She came out of the book, but we already know she's... Guy. But, well, the other weird one is Daring Do came out of the book, but we already know Daring Do's real anyway. Does that mean there was 2 Daring Do's?
Well, it doesn't matter eventually, but...
Yes.
Anyway, so the other ponies, their imagination, oh, hey, look, there's the bookworm, and they try to confront him, and turns out, yeah, that's how he reads books, by eating them.
Yep, he eats them and absorbs them. And he never forgets them either.
And then he's upset because no one ever writes a book about a worm as the hero.
Aww.
So then Twilight makes a story for him, and he decides to help and get the characters all back in their books, and hooray.
Hooray.
I'll be honest, this kind of feels like weak way to... and it feels like it squandered its potential.
Yes. It was kind of anticlimactic for the arc.
Yeah.
It could have been a bit better.
Yeah, that's why I feel. It feels like it had a lot of potential, and they just kind of went. It ended.
Fizzled out there.
Yeah, it really fizzled out. It's like it's strong setup. It felt like it was going to go somewhere, and then it just kind of felt like they just squandered the potential and just. Yeah, I don't know. It was okay.
It was okay. I mean, if the first one was good.
The first one was really pretty good, and this one's just it starts off strong and then just.
Yeah.
I felt they could have done more with the whole imagination thing too. It is kind of barely.
Yeah, they just did like what 3 or
4 different
scenes. Though I do think Rainbows was great. Let's make it Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. I did like the art style when Rarities. Let's do noir.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, it felt like it just kind of fizzled out and just didn't really go. It's one of those things that if I don't know, maybe if it had a 3rd issue or just I don't know, it just didn't feel like it was totally was lived up to
the hype that they built up. Yeah,
I don't want to say hype, just because I didn't really get super hyped getting into it, but yeah,
it needed more. It
felt like it needed more.
It wasn't bad by any stretch.
No.
It wasn't as bad as like the First Friends Forever, I believe it was. That was just kinda,
just
This one was it was structured well, and it was readable, and everything followed right.
Yeah, everything was fine.
It was just kind of bland.
Fizzled out.
Yeah,
and just
there needed to be more.
I wish there. Yeah, I just wish the climax with the worm just went better. And said, "Oh, we're gonna we're just gonna tell you a story. Now you're gonna come back and just zap everything away."
Yeah.
It just didn't feel. It just felt like. I wish there was actually more of I guess fight before, like fight him then wait that's it.
Yeah.
You just read them.
But no, they just went up and asked.
Yeah. Although when I saw that Twilight's like no, I was like oh Jesus, Twilight gonna get a big damn hero moment. No, not really.
No, it just
She yells at him and then he's like, and then it's. You're reading the books? Oh. Yeah, so...
Well then.
Get it. If you already read the first one, might as well get this one.
Yeah, I would say just get it.
If you already got
just
issue
so
15,
you get
get this, it's a finish. So it's okay. It's kind of weak, but next month though, 17 Star Swirl 4-issue arcs are returning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one looks good.
Yeah, it's looking. I mean, talking about going to another world and stuff is like.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Not like they haven't done that before, but.
Are they doing it? Going there again?
Yes.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So yeah, there's that. Coming up soon also is issue 2 of the Friends Forever. That should be next week, I believe. Will come out, so it won't be. Will probably be another 2 episodes before we actually get to it.
Yeah.
So there's that. That'll be
we'll
hopefully.
See if that one makes up for the first one.
Yeah, that's the Discord CMC one. So
yeah.
Again, so pick it up if you already are invested, which you probably are.
Yeah, the first issue was good, so I'm pretty sure.
It kind of fizzles out. It just feels like it kind of they squandered potential. So
yeah,
that's okay.
It's still readable, but
anyway,
nothing to make huge fanfare about.
Yeah, nothing. It's nothing to get all bent out of shape over. But
yeah, that too.
Yeah,
nothing to get excited, nothing to get upset about.
Yeah, it's okay. But we actually have something else. Normally we'd be like, oh, this is where we're going to end, but we're bringing something back. Fan content. It's finally coming back.
Or at least it's going to attempt to.
Yeah, an attempt will be made. And yes, so yeah, this has been long absent. I believe for the last 10 episodes or so. Yeah, something like that. We just haven't gotten into it. And well, we're gonna try, and we're gonna do some music, and we're gonna do a fanfic. But first, we're gonna start off with music, and that's led by Alca7raz here.
Yes, I got a couple songs I'd like to point out that I enjoyed, and I think others would. The first one is called "Freedom of Pony" by Caden L. Wellborn. Good electronic song. It's got a really good driving beat. I'm really liking this guy's stuff. So, anyways, that's the biggest thing I like. I'm going to exclude the fact that he used Rainbow Dash. That's minor. Electronic music, but he uses vocal clips without actual lyrics. So, just little snippets here and there that have been pitch changed a little bit. He doesn't do a huge amount of pitch changing from what I hear. He just picks the right vocal clips. Mm-hmm. But my main thing is the driving beat. Really good driving beat. What did you think about that one?
Actually, it was pretty good. At first I was like, is this even a pony song? Or is this one of those things where someone just slapped ponies on it just to try to get more popular? Because that happens sometimes, let's be honest.
It does.
But I kind of heard the vocal stuff, like, oh, there it is. You can barely tell sometimes, although I'll be honest, at the beginning, kind of sounded like someone is saying "no, you" over and over again.
Yeah, that's one of the things when you take clips like that. Yeah,
but it was pretty interesting. I think I might actually grab it, but I'm not totally sure yet. But I do like it, I guess. I probably have to listen to it again to. Yeah, like I said, it is very driving. It's like,
yeah, I love those driving beats. You can't help but just kind of
move a bit,
tap your foot or bob your head while listening to it.
Yeah.
So good nice song to listen to while you're driving down the freeway too.
Then you find out you're going 90. Oops.
80 for me. I don't quite hit that.
Just like Radar Love in that regard.
Yeah. So check out that song and some of his other ones. He's got a few out there. A few of them are on his YouTube. He's got a lot more on SoundCloud and I think Bandcamp. I'd have to check. But check him out. The other one, probably a lot have seen this one by a big name, is Moonlight by Black Griffin and Bassick.
Where it's dark and cold, and the scattered stars are the only light that I know. Oh, but they tell me that I'm home, and so I'm standing out.
a little bit different than the ones he's done before. Those two tend to do stuff, I'd say, like Owl City. So if you like that kind of style of music, this is another one that follows along. A little bit lighter than the ones he's done before, like Faster Than You Know or Paper Sky were a couple big ones that he's done. But nice, calm-ish song. Good one to listen to.
I'll be honest, it's kind of weird. I kind of tuned out when I was listening to it. I was kind of, my mind just kind of started wandering. I stopped paying attention to the song. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say it's really good or bad in my opinion, because I don't want to say good or bad in it, but it's just, maybe it's just not my thing.
Possibly that.
I can't. I don't know what it was, but I kind of stopped paying attention. Like most songs, even it might have been something about it, but a lot of songs like that, maybe it's just I kind of stopped paying attention. They just kind of become background noise. I mean, some songs I'm like, I'm like, wow, and I'm just like into it. Like I'm just listening to it, or I'll listen to it over and over again. Or like sometimes that's my personality is. If I hear a song I really like, I'll tend to like listen to it over and over again for like a day, and then I kind of don't. So This song I felt no compulsion to go back and listen to it again. I only kind of did just because I need to kind of double listen to it just for the.
I'll kind of agree with you there. It was lighter, not as meaty. I want to say I tend to think I use that word too much, maybe incorrectly, but there wasn't as much to it as some of his other ones. Like if you go back and listen to Faster Than You Know, or again Paper Sky. Run, very good songs. There's a lot of energy to those other ones. This one's a lot lighter and calmer, so it is easy to tune it out if you're not sure if it's paying light and calm,
because there's other songs where it's like really light and calm and I'm totally into it, but I don't know, maybe it's just the style, maybe it's just I kind of didn't like the lyric. I think maybe it wasn't maybe it's the voice. I'm not sure if I actually like the voice is the thing. It's like, certain singing styles just I'm out.
Yeah, I can see that. The last one I have is a song called Mare in Manhattan by someone called Brony FX.
Took a long time to get here. My nights were sewing shears. Took a long time to get here. A lot of hard working tears. I lost my head in Manhattan. I lost my dignity.
The song about Rarity and the Manhattan episode. It's interesting. It's a vocal song, but it's, again, driving beat, electronic. Really, it's interesting. I wasn't expecting quite what I got. It's kind of hard to describe, really. Heavy driving beat, electronic. Maybe I can't say dubstep. It's not dubstep style. Dubstep. It's closer. Maybe a couple like Moombacore elements with the electronic drum and stuff like that. Definitely surprised me and how good it was. So.
Yeah, this one kind of surprised me. It's like, I saw the rarity, and then the music actually started playing. I was, actually. Again, though, the vocals, they're okay. I mean, I don't think they're. It's again, I wasn't tuning out this song, but the vocals, I kind of sometimes felt like maybe the guys. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't want to like just sit here like say, oh, you're a bad singer, but I don't want to say definitely not bad, but it felt sometimes like he was really straining to reach a certain notes.
Yeah, that's something I've seen or heard, as the case may be, in a few things. So
I did like the actual music itself. I did like the electronic nature. I do sometimes like when someone tries to like take because let's be honest, a lot of electronic music has no lyrics whatsoever. It's just but which is not bad. But
no, it's not bad at all.
It's like tries to actually take lyrics. It's like kind of a. I'm trying to think of what kind of song you normally associate like that sort of lyrics and melody to, and it's like more like a popish nature, but you're combining it with electronic back end, and it's like it works, but again I think the singer just kind of overstepped his own abilities a little bit, or came close to.
It's still well within acceptable.
It's just I can hear, I mean it's just when he starts getting to the higher notes, it's like, I can hear your voice starting to give.
But it would be something to, if he keeps pushing it,
I mean,
it's better.
Yeah, so if he keeps doing this, I think he would get better. It's just it's definitely something he needs to watch out for. It's like, don't if you push too hard. Oh, crap. There you go.
Yeah, there's a few out there that just, yeah, you need a little bit of work. But this one, definitely.
If I rank these in order that we talk about, I'll go 1, 3, 2.
I can see that. I agree with you. The Freedom of Pony was definitely my favorite out of them. I keep listening to that one, especially with some of his earlier stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess that's it for the fan music.
Yeah, that's it for music.
Yeah, but another thing, of course, fanfic. Yeah, remember I used to do that way back when? Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
gonna
another
do it
one.
again.
Yeah, I got another one. This one is called The Shipping Machine because, Valentine's Day was just happened. So, hey, why not? And I don't go into the full thing like I do with episodes because I want you to actually read it. But basically, Flim and Flam come to town and they claim to have a machine that will find your soulmate. Your one true, your pony, your dreams, whatever you want to call it. And, well, it turns out, it's Flim and Flam, so it's not actually really doing anything. It's just random cards to ponies and just, hey.
Yeah.
And, well, it's actually the author kind of is implied that if he wants to, if he feels like it kind of sort of thing, he might add more chapters. For now, it's marked as complete with one chapter. It's about Vinyl and Octavia, and what happens is they're not matched initially by the machine, but Pinky swaps out because, Pinky and Octavia are matched and they're actually family.
Yeah, they're cousins.
So, hey, she swapped with Vinyl,
work.
and there we go. So, yeah, and so it's mostly about Vinyl and Octavia getting to know each other. So, yeah, very common shit, but, hey, why not? It's light, it's fluffy, and I'm curious, what do you think?
It was pretty good. It was an enjoyable little read. It was a fun little thing. A bunch of amusing little parts here and there. It was well written, I think. It followed pretty well. There wasn't any jarring mistakes or things here and there. It was definitely an enjoyable read.
Yeah, I that's why I picked it. I picked it because, like, hey, this is all right. I mean, yeah, again, light and fluffy. It's, of course, it's a ship fix, so it gets pretty predictable. There's a little bit of surprise, I guess, at the end. There's a little bit of surprise that it comes out. It's not a big one, but hey, it's kind of cool. And hopefully, if the guy does expand, you'll get to see that story.
Yeah.
But yeah, because again, he kind of implied he might do the other couples and stuff too from this, but
depending on how big the story gets, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, actually did enjoy it. You might, if you're not really into shipping. Again, if you don't like shipping at all, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah. It's not heavy shipping. It's closer. It's like one step towards full shipping from friend shipping. Mm-hmm. But it's not really, super heavy on any of that romantic stuff. Yeah, there's no major romantic things.
Yeah, but
so
it pretty obviously is, it's a shipping fic.
Yes.
It wears that. And yeah, again, Valentine's Day, so I thought, hey, why not? So I was kind of looking for more stuff like this. I'm not good. I said way back when I said I would never ever do a heavily shipping fic, but here I go doing a heavy shipping fic right off the bat.
It's not a heavy shipping.
When I say heavy, I mean it's very very obvious. Oh. It's not. It's a central plot point.
It is central. It's
There's like I did one
title.
fic way back when where it was like shipping kind of popped up and then wasn't really a thing though. Yeah. And the sequel went crazy with the ship. Well, not crazy, but shipping became more of a thing in the sequels. But I never talked about those. It was, I think, a Hard Reset or whatever they called it. Yeah, that one, way back one. But I'm not going to make a habit of doing shipping fics. I'm going to try to actually find stuff. I'm going to, so don't worry if you're like, oh no. But I'll try to find just weird things, and I might occasionally delve into the darker stuff, but I don't want to get too heavy into the gore, actually at all, really.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Or the, oh hi, I'm not going to read this in front of people things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
thank you for that.
Yeah, if you're into shipping, you like Vinyl Octavia, which a lot of people do, go check it out if you haven't already. It's pretty fun. Again, like he said, I didn't find any major errors. I think I found one spelling error at one point, but he might have already fixed it.
Yeah, I mean, flow-wise, it worked.
Yeah, flow-wise.
It wasn't, random stuff happening. There wasn't any continuity problems or any sort of things that would definitely say it was a badly written or stuff like that. It was easy to read, too. It worked.
You could check it out. It's fun. And so, yeah. I guess that's it for the fan content. So, that means we're at the end of the episode. Woo! Finally, you don't have to listen to us talk anymore. You can go, if you're on Ponyville FM, you can go back to electronic music.
Yay!
But before that, if you want to contact us, You can email us at pony411podcast@gmail.com. Comments, criticism, news bits, whatever. Cool. If you want to tweet us, we're at pony411. Our personal Twitters as well. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. He's at Alca7raz, which is underscore at the beginning and end with the 7 and 7T.
Yep.
There's Facebook. Like us there. Likes are nice, I guess. Facebook.com/pony411. What a surprise. Of course, you can download these episodes all on Libsyn, pony411.libsyn.com. It's Libsyn. Just make sure you spell that correctly. I do plan on eventually revamping that site's look in the future. I have ideas. It's
Soon,
just they're going to have to take a back seat for other stuff, but eventually I'm going to say I'm not going to give you any hard dates because I'm probably miss them.
Yes.
But there's also iTunes. Just search Pony411. You can subscribe there. Don't even have to look at the site if you don't want to. Of course, but there's also of course YouTube version, Pony411, youtube.com/Pony411, I believe. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So there's that. Of course, look at the show notes. Definitely look at those. We'll have the links to everything. Our Twitter accounts, the links to all the news stories, sometime pictures if we have them of upcoming episodes we talk about. So look at the show notes. Make things better.
Yep. Also, any of the fan content that we review will have links to them.
Yes.
In the show notes.
Of course.
So.
And that's it for this episode. I'll see you next week. Next because Twilight time. Yeah.
Yeah, you bet you're happy about that one.
Twilight time. Twilight Sparkle.
And the CMC. Yes.
Lay the spec down on CMC. I want to see this. What are you doing? Stop that. Yeah. So next week. But until then, remember, please pony responsibly.